take a tour of Frenchman's Bay on the good ship Acadian with Captain Gary Fagan.
Take a 2-hour, fully narrated cruise of Frenchman Bay and enjoy the breathtaking scenery of coastal Maine, Acadia National Park, the islands of Frenchman Bay, and the shoreline of Bar Harbor on the Acadian. Our nature cruises leave daily from the Atlantic Oceanside Hotel in search of eagles, porpoises, seals, and other marine mammals and birds. View timeless mansions, Egg Rock Lighthouse, and the many birds that migrate through Frenchman Bay. Starting in Bar Harbor, our naturalists offer up rich history of the town, while you take in the shore path and all its mansions. Cruising up the coast, learn about the geology of Acadia and some pointers about hiking in this area. Pass islands that are nesting grounds for wild birds and hangouts for bald eagles. See Great Head, Sand Beach, Thunder Hole, Otter Cliffs, and the rest of Ocean Drive from offshore. While traveling across the bay, our naturalist will tell you all about Maine's lobstering industry and especially how they're caught. Learn the history of Egg Rock Lighthouse and have a visit with the friendly seals that call Egg Rock home. Ironbound Island and its soaring cliffs will astound you and be entertained by local legends and the geology of the Porcupine Islands and Frenchman Bay. The Acadia Sightseeing and Nature Cruise sails from the Atlantic Oceanside Hotel, 119 Eden Street, Bar Harbor. For reservations, call 207-801-2300 or purchase tickets at the Sea Dog Gift Shop, 47 West Street, Bar Harbor. Why not join us on Bar Harbor's best and longest-running nature cruise? Fishing trips daily at 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. aboard the Islander. The Acadian has a snack bar, bathrooms, and a heated cabin. However, please bring a warm jacket with you on all our cruises. The Acadian is independently owned and operated.
Greetings from Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, member FDIC, bringing you this Island Explorer Minute. Bar Harbor Bank and Trust is committed to the progress and well-being of Mount Desert Island and Acadia National Park. Thank you for helping us preserve the park for current and future generations. Enjoy the ride.
Anytime.
Headed for the beach? Island Explorer offers free round-trip service to Sand Beach every half hour from the Bar Harbor Village Green. Ride our clean propane-powered buses and forget about searching for a parking space. In fact, we can pick you up right at your lodging or campground. Spend less time worrying and more time enjoying yourself this vacation. Maps and schedules are available at most area lodgings and visitor centers. The free Island Explorer. We get you there and back.
Greetings from Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, member FDIC, bringing you this Island Explorer Minute. Bar Harbor Bank and Trust is pleased to be a signature sponsor of the Acadia National Park Centennial Celebration. Thank you for joining us in celebrating the park, a true gift to our nation to be valued and treasured.
Hey, if you want to take a great tour of Acadia and Bar Harbor, go with a knowledgeable tour guide just like Ron Lenskett right here at Ollie's Trolley. And if you stay tuned, we'll give you a little bit of taste of that coming right up. Put your car away and take a good old-fashioned trolley ride starting on West Street, Bar Harbor's waterfront, on one of Ollie's trolleys. First, you'll learn something about Bar Harbor's historic district.
And this is our historic district of Bar Harbor, the old Bar Harbor Club. And back in the 20s, when this became a private club, it had members such as the Vanderbilts, Fords, Rockefellers, Carnegies, Morgans, Pulitzers, Oaks, and Astors, just to name a few of my closest associates. These places along here were built back in the late 18 and early 1900s, and they served as summer cottages for the wealthy people who used to come to Bar Harbor.
Next, learn how this place got its name and take a ride up Cadillac Mountain.
And as they approached this island, they saw these mountains from the ocean. And Champlain noted in his journal that he would name the island of Desert Mountains. So we translate his name in French, L'Île de Mont Désert, into English, and it becomes Mount Desert Island or Mount Desert Island. Either or either.
Learn about the Great Fire of 1947 and take a ride down beautiful Ocean Drive.
There were fires all over New England that particular year. This one was probably the most dramatic and devastating It burned 175 year-round homes and 75 of the so-called cottages, which of course were anything but. They were palatial mansions in reality. The lobster business in Maine is a pretty good-sized business, folks. It's only second to tourism. So consider yourself number one. The lobster happens to be number two. It is a big business in the economy, and it's very closely regulated by the state.
That's Ollie's Trolley, a great way to see Acadia. 1 West Street, Bar Harbor, 207-288-9899. Well, I'm sure you've just had a great meal, and if you want to work off a little bit of that meal, I suggest taking a tour of Bar Harbor, a self-guided tour of the history of Bar Harbor. And coming up next, Kyle Robinson will tell you all about it.
The Museum in the Streets is brought to you by Galen's Restaurant, located at 17 Main Street, Bar Harbor. Since the mid-1800s, Bar Harbor has been one of America's premier vacation spots. And now there is a guided tour to tell you all about it. Hello, I'm Kyle Robinson, and join me as we stroll through time with Museum in the Streets, a free bilingual walking tour designed to give you a historical perspective on one of Maine's most happening towns. Pick up the guide wherever you're staying, or downtown at the Bar Harbor Chamber of Commerce. You can start the tour anywhere. Just look for markers along the way, like this one here at the Seacoast Mission on West Street. Saunter down the shore path and take in gorgeous views of Frenchman's Bay. And make sure to check out the Balance Rock, a true testament to time. This and so much more with Museum in the Streets. Brought to you by Galen's Restaurant, located at 17 Main Street, Bar Harbor.
Another thing you can do here in Northeast Harbor is take a trip on the Sea Princess and tour the Cranberry Islands and Somme Sound with Captain Andrew Allen.
Come and discover the treasures of Mount Desert Island's southern shore from a seat aboard the Sea Princess. Watch seals basking on East Bunker Ledge. See a bald eagle soar overhead. View nesting osprey on Sutton's Island. Visit the quaint fishing village of Islesford on Little Cranberry Island. And take in the majestic splendor of Somme Sound's fjords, mountain peaks, and rugged shores. The Sea Princess will take you on a nature cruise not to be forgotten long after your return home. The Sea Princess offers a variety of professionally narrated trips daily out of Northeast Harbor, including a trip led by an Acadia National Park ranger, trips up to Somme Sound Fjord, and our legendary Sunset Cruise. Learn more about our daily cruises on our website at www.cruiseacadia.com. The Sea Princess is partially covered for your weather protection. Tours aboard the Sea Princess operate within the sheltered waters of the Cranberry Isles, which ensures a calm and comfortable cruise and a great opportunity to see wildlife and the daily rhythm of Maine's working waterfront. The Sea Princess has several trips daily, all departing from the municipal pier in Northeast Harbor, located on the southeastern coast of Mount Desert Island. Save time and money and take the Island Explorers Bus 5 or 6 right to our ticket booth on the Northeast Harbor Pier. Call today to book a trip aboard the Sea Princess, 207-276-5352, or visit our website at cruiseacadia.com. Sea Princess Cruises, a Maine Coast tradition since 1968.
This Ranger Minute is brought to you by the Astiku Inn Restaurant, a new popover tradition, served overlooking scenic Northeast Harbor.
Hi, I'm Christy here at Acadia National Park. One of the reasons people visit Acadia is for the natural discoveries they can make. Objects like wildflowers, sea stars, and beach cobbles are exciting to find, and you might think they make a perfect souvenir. However, removing objects from the park not only deprives someone else the pleasure of finding that item, but also degrades the natural landscape. In some cases, the removal of objects can threaten the survival of our plants and animals. Cairns, the rock piles you see on trails and open areas, are important markers for hikers. Please do not add or remove rocks from the cairns or build your own. Moving rocks from their place can destroy the plants around them. We need your help in protecting not only our plants and animals, but also the wonderful experience that Acadia offers.
This Ranger Minute has been brought to you by the Astiku Inn Restaurant, a new popover tradition served overlooking scenic Northeast Harbor. It's unique, it's romantic, it's great fun, and it's yours for the asking with a classic horse-drawn carriage ride from Wild Iris Farm. Ride with an experienced driver in old-fashioned elegance through the streets of Bar Harbor behind a team of elegant Shire draft horses. The horses love it, and so will you. Join old friends or make new ones. Bring the family and come along with Wild Iris Farm. Imagine taking in the breathtaking scenery, rich history, and all the delights of Bar Harbor, but at a slow pace in the fresh air. We offer wedding, party, and event packages with meticulous attention to detail, all to help you create a moment in time that you'll never forget. And for the chance to really get to know the beautiful animals that make this all possible, come spend a morning with us on a special farm tour. See and learn what it's really like on a working farm while you tour Wild Iris and other neighboring farms from the comfort of a carriage seat. And if you're up for the challenge, you can even learn to drive one of our gentle giants around the farm. Wild Iris Farm carriages depart from 55 West Street, the Whale Watch building in downtown Bar Harbor. Farm tours take place all summer, right on our farm at 2 Lakewood Farm Road in Bar Harbor off Crooked Road between Route 3 and Route 102. So call us at 207-288-5234 for rates and availability, and book your carriage ride and farm tour soon.
Follow your spark. Be inspired. Be courageous. Our best days are ahead, and we're with you every step of the way. Dream first and explore Acadia, because you can.
Planning a hike? Riding the free Island Explorer expands your hiking possibilities by dropping you off at the start of your trail, picking you up at the end, then driving you back to your lodging or campground. Enjoy this free service featuring 6 connected routes in and around Acadia National Park, linking trailheads, carriage road, popular landmarks with numerous hotels, inns, and campgrounds. Maps and schedules are available at most area lodgings and visitor centers. The free Island Explorer. We get you there and back.
There are few more inspiring places than Acadia National Park. When exploring Acadia, leave your car behind and enjoy the view from the Island Explorer. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions, traffic congestion, and enjoy Acadia.
Want to get wet? Want to go flying? Want to be king of the hill? Want a really good reason to shout, woohoo! Well, there's only one place in Down East Maine for that kind of excitement, and that's Wild Acadia Fun Park. 2 water slides and a sparkling pool, zippy go-karts, crazy slingshot trampoline, challenging mini golf and climbing wall, the wacky fun of water wars, and the unbelievable thrills of our new aerial adventure park and zip line. That's the adrenaline rush of climbing and swinging fun at 45 feet in the air. And hey, Mom and Dad, Wild Acadia Fun Park is an affordable good time for the whole family. Pay as you play or just watch, snap that camera, and help the kids keep score. It's your choice. There's even an arcade and a full snack bar to beat the munchies and keep everybody happy. Open every day. Check out our Facebook page for hours of operation. But hey, with all this fun, there's gotta be a few rules, right? Yeah, but not too many, so check them out at our website, wildacadia.com. Conveniently located on Route 3 between Ellsworth and Mount Desert Island. The best vacation adventure you can have, with all the woohoo you can handle.
Atlantic beers are interesting but they have certain key things about them that are unique. One is, of course, the water, which is 90-something% of every beer. And we have deep well water here. Has a lot of nice minerals in it for flavor. Our beers are very balanced. We spend a lot of time not trying to be extreme, just having beers that are smooth and balanced. And I think someone who wants to try an Atlantic beer You drink in a frothy glass. It's a wonderful, fun thing to make. I opened a small restaurant cafe that featured esoteric beers. It was kind of a novel thing. And just by chance, brother-in-law said, "You want to go have a beer at a brew pub?" And I said, "What's a brew pub?" I saw it, I loved the idea, and I couldn't wait to try my own. That's what we did 25 years ago.
Quality malts, quality hops. It takes good ingredients. And we have great ingredients. We source hops from all around the world, best we can get. Locally sourced coffee roasted right here on Mount Desert Island. Local honey sourced from local Maine bees. The best vanilla we can find, and it's a great ingredient for baking and it's a great ingredient for brewing. And we have a great staff that knows what they're doing and loves doing it. Our flagship beer, Bar Harbor Real Ale, 3 types of barley balanced nicely to make an easy drinking yet interesting product.
People come out to see our brewery out in the country. It's a great place for family or friends to come out and enjoy and experience a brewery. You can see beer being made, sit out in a granite courtyard and have a cool pint or an afternoon barbecue from the barbecue restaurant. There's a little playground nestled in between everything where the kids can play, the parents can have a pint. Covers everything that a family wants to do in an afternoon after they've been in our national park. So when you drink an Atlantic beer, you have a connection to our brewery, our little island here on the coast of Maine.
Bar Harbor Whale Watch Company is Maine's largest boating tour company, offering the best in whale and puffin watching, lighthouse and park tours, nature cruises, and lobster fishing seal watching tours. Our Bar Harbor Nature Cruise is a fully narrated 2-hour trip through the most beautiful and historic scenery on the coast of Maine. Travel aboard the most advanced and stable nature tour boat on the Maine coast, the exciting jet-powered catamaran Bay King 3, with 2 decks, a heated cabin, state-of-the-art sound system, 2 restrooms, and a full galley. See seals basking on ledges, porpoise, minke whales, bald eagles, and seabirds. Learn all about the history of Bar Harbor and Mount Desert Island, from the Native Americans through the early explorers to the arrival of the Rockefellers and the heyday of the summer cottage era. Sit back and take in the stunning geology, mountains, and islands of Acadia National Park as we pass incredible coastal mansions and visit Egg Rock Island Lighthouse. Bring in your ticket receipt and save 15% at our Whale Watch gift store. Come join the fun at Harbor Place next to the downtown pier, Bar Harbor.
Hey, if you love bird carving, stick around because we're going to pay a visit to our friends over at the Wendell Gilly Museum in Southwest Harbor.
Well, Wendell Gilly was a Southwest Harbor native who took over his grandfather and father's plumbing business. When he was a young man of 23 years old, he went to the Boston Museum of Natural History. And there he wanted to see the taxidermy dioramas because that was his hobby, was stuffing and saving the birds that he'd hunted. However, while he was there, he saw Elmer Crowell's miniature bird carvings, and he thought that looked like fun. So he got back to Southwest Harbor, whittled out, this was in 1931, a little mallard duck. Was pretty proud of it, thought he'd done a good job, and it launched a hobby that when he was 52, he parlayed into a career. Wendell Gilly became a very well-known bird carver and very well liked. He had patrons from all over the world coming to his Southwest Harbor workshop and ordering pieces. And during that period of time in the 60s and 70s, Wendell and his wife Addie repeatedly talked about starting a museum, but of course that's a big proposition for an aging couple. So luckily, a number of individuals formed a board of trustees, which included Gilly himself, and started the museum, constructed it, opened it in 1981 while Wendell Gilly was still living. So he used to come around the first 2 years we were open until his death in '83, and now we carry on his legacy. You can come in and see the first bird he carved in 1931 and then compare it to the birds he made in the ensuing years. I can easily sum up the Wendell Gilly Museum in 3 words: people, nature, art. We foster the connections between all of those aspects through our programs in bird carving. You can come and watch us whittle, or you can sign up for a class and get hands-on into it for just an hour or for a 10-week program. We have programs for children, from doing wood burning on little cutouts of birds and fish to making clay models of sculptures that might be on exhibit. And every year we bring in a different exhibition to feature some other people-nature art connection. It might be historical artist of great importance, it might be an emerging local artist.
Okay everybody, for a kayaking adventure over here on the quiet side of Mount Desert Island, let's check out Maine State Sea Kayak or National Park Sea Kayak coming right up.
Since 1993, National Park Sea Kayak has entertained thousands of happy paddlers with up-close views and a one-of-a-kind perspective of the Maine coast. National Park Sea Kayak provides top-quality equipment and safety gear, including wetsuit booties, life jackets, spray skirts, waterproof gear bags, van transportation, and a professional registered Maine Sea Kayak guide for each tour. We are a mobile kayak company, paddling in remote areas with less boat traffic, no motels, no cruise ships, but many great wildlife opportunities. This off-the-beaten-path philosophy appeals to many folks. Morning, afternoon, and sunset tours provide an excellent chance of wildlife sightings. Harbor seals, harbor porpoises, bald eagles, cormorants, gulls, loons, terns, and interesting marine life. Our tours involve about a 4-hour commitment, with 2.5 to 3 hours being spent on the water. We have a perfect safety record. All tour guides have communication with the shop in case of weather changes, route changes, and other tour variables. Call for information and reservations, 1-800-347-0940. Let National Park Sea Kayak be a highlight to your visit to Acadia National Park and surrounding region. See you on the water.
Welcome back. As you know, there's so many opportunities to exercise here on the island, but if it's rainy or you just like working out on high-tech equipment, head to the MDI YMCA. They have daily fees and would love to have you join them.
The MDI YMCA on Park Street in Bar Harbor offers residents and visitors a state-of-the-art facility the whole family can enjoy. The 6-lane pool has ample hours for recreation and lap swimming every day. The air-conditioned fitness center has new cyber strength training equipment as well as cardiovascular equipment, free weights, and professional staff provide an orientation or personal training program. The gym's daily scheduling includes fitness classes, basketball, and open times. The indoor track provides a comfortable jogging or walking surface, especially convenient on rainy days, and the whole family can enjoy the community lounge. Come in for the day or join for the season. Children's camp and childcare programs available. Call the YMCA for more information. Hey, if you want to have a lot of fun and learn about the coast of Maine at the same time, stop on out here at the Oceanarium on Route 3 in Bar Harbor. Explore Maine's ocean without ever going out in a boat with the talented crew of the Oceanarium on Route 3 in Bar Harbor. For almost 40 years, the Oceanarium has introduced thousands of adults and children alike to the wonders and mysteries of the Gulf of Maine. Discover how lobsters are born and grow in the lobster hatchery.
And the eggs are attached right on the underside of the mother's tail. And so as a result, as those babies do hatch, they're going to start to float up into the water. And from there, they'll go into one of the tubes. And it's in those tanks where we'll grow them up to get them to a size where they can survive a little bit better on their own. And then they'll all get released out into the wild.
Learn about life along the seashore on the Thomas Bay Marsh Walk. You'll learn about the wildlife and the plant life along Maine's coast. In the Oceanarium's touch tank, learn all about small sea creatures and plant life.
Now here we have, of course, a horseshoe crab. Wonderful old animal, been around for millions of years. They shed their shells, just the way lobsters do. The tail is for turning over when they're upside down. It's not a poison stinger. They have several eyes. These eyes up here have a shell over them, and they're compound eyes like insects have. And the horseshoe crab can see, and it can even see in color.
If you've always wondered how a lobster was caught, just visit the Lobster Museum and learn all about the world of the Maine lobsterman by one of the Oceanarium's experienced staff. And maybe you'll hear a couple of sea stories too.
So from that notch down to where the tail starts, they have to be bigger than this. And this is how big they are when they're old enough to have eggs. So we let them go, see, until they can reproduce. So this lobster is bigger than the measure.
So don't miss the Oceanarium, 1351 State Route 3 in Bar Harbor, Maine. Hey, if you want to get out and see this beautiful island with an experienced tour guide, take a ride with National Park Tours and Andy Koff.
Welcome to Acadia National Park Tours, the best way to see one of the world's most beautiful islands. National Park Tours has been in the tour business for 3 generations. The business was started in 1955 by Sonny and Jimmy Koff, who set the standard for land tours in Bar Harbor and Acadia National Park. The company is still family-owned today. National Park Tours invites you to take one of their 2.5-hour tours with their knowledgeable guides and enjoy the best sights and stories about this area. The fully narrated excursion features 3 stops inside Acadia National Park. The tour starts in downtown Bar Harbor along historic West Street, then proceeds along Route 3 into Acadia National Park. Enjoy the panoramic views of Bar Harbor, Frenchman's Bay, Eagle Lake, and the coast of Maine as you wind your way to the top of Cadillac Mountain. The next leg of your tour takes you to Sur de Mont Springs and the wild gardens of Acadia. Visit the exhibits at the Nature Center or stroll the gardens and enjoy Acadia's beautiful flora and fauna. Then it's back to the Park Loop Road, where we will pass Champlain Mountain and the famous Precipice Trail, as well as Sand Beach, the picturesque Ocean Drive, and finally Thunder Hole, one of our regular stops. The Jordan Pond House, famous for their tea and popovers, is another point of interest along the Park Loop Road and is a regular stop for some of their tour guides. Tickets are available at Testa's Restaurant, 53 Main Street in downtown Bar Harbor. Call 207-288-0300 for reservations or visit the website at www.acadiatours.com. Tours go every day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., rain or shine, from mid-May through October. Acadia National Park Tours, the best way to see Acadia since 1955.
This Ranger Minute is brought to you by the Astiku Inn Restaurant, a new popover tradition, served overlooking scenic Northeast Harbor.
Hi, I'm Sean, a ranger here at Acadia National Park. Acadia has 120 miles of historic trails, suitable for casual strolls or challenging hikes. For your comfort and safety, please follow these guidelines for using the park's trails. Make sure that you are prepared for whatever activity you have chosen by using a trail map, packing food and water, and wear proper clothing and foot gear. Maine is subject to sudden weather variations, so be prepared for changing conditions. And remember, wet granite is slick. Acadia is a mountainous area and offers trails in various degrees of difficulty. So be sure to match your activity to your ability level. If you're not sure of the difficulty of a hike, ask a ranger before you go. While you're hiking, be careful of loose stones and slick granite. If hiking alone, let someone know where you're going. To avoid getting lost, stay on the trails by following the cairns and blue blazes. This also protects the fragile trailside vegetation from being trampled and prevents trail widening. Please remember to be respectful of others and avoid loud conversations. Hiking is a great way to explore the park. We hope that you enjoy your adventure.
This Ranger Minute has been brought to you by the Astiku Inn Restaurant, a new popover tradition, served overlooking scenic Northeast Harbor. Experience the timeless adventure of old-fashioned railway travel on Maine's historic Calais branch line. Come ride the Down East Scenic Railroad in Ellsworth. This vintage, fully restored train leaves the Ellsworth station twice every Saturday and Sunday on a one-of-a-kind 90-minute train excursion. It's a Down East Maine vacation must-do.
Don't miss the Downey Scenic Railroad in Ellsworth.
Welcome to the Bar Harbor Whale Watch Company, the fun way to see the beauty of Acadia National Park and Mount Desert Island. Enjoy an incredible puffin and whale watching trip aboard our big, smooth-riding catamarans. All trips have a scientist from Allied Whale, the whale research group at College of the Atlantic. Lighthouse buffs will love our Lighthouse and Park tour that takes in 5 lighthouses and the scenery along Ocean Drive and spectacular Somme Sound. Or take in the awesome beauty of Frenchman Bay aboard the Bay King 3 on a nature or sunset cruise as your crew searches for seals, porpoise, minke whales, bald eagles, and seabirds. We offer hour-and-a-half-long lobster fishing and seal watching tours where you can see how a lobster gets from trap to plate, and seals so close you can count their whiskers. Or join a park ranger and land on historic Baker Island and see its lighthouse up close. Learn what it was like to survive on an island years ago. No matter which trip you choose, you're guaranteed to be thrilled at the Bar Harbor Whale Watch Company. Bring in your ticket receipt and get 15% discount at our Whale Watch gift store. Come join the fun at Harbor Place next to the downtown pier, Bar Harbor.
If you're vacationing on Mount Desert Island and you love golf, then you gotta pay a visit to Kebo Valley Golf Course.
Kebo Valley Golf Club was founded in 1888. The 8th oldest golf club in the United States, it has challenged the skills of many of the country's finest players, most influential politicians, and leaders of industry. Nestled between Cadillac and Door Mountains in Bar Harbor, Maine, Kebo includes 18 spectacular holes, each one very different from the rest. Much of Kebo Valley Golf Course shares its borders with Acadia National Park, so encountering many forms of wildlife, such as white-tailed deer and red fox during your round, is always a possibility. American bald eagles are also frequently seen soaring above the links. Our championship Par 70 course consistently ranks among America's best public courses. We're rated among the top 15 public courses in New England by the New England Journal of Golf, among the top 10 classic public golf courses by Golf Digest, and we received a 4-star rating in Golf Digest's Places to Play. Well stocked with equipment and clothing from the game's leading manufacturers, the Pro Shop should be your first stop when you visit Kebo. Whether you need to purchase a new set of clubs or rent clubs for the day, you'll find everything you need in the Pro Shop. Above the Pro Shop, the Lynx Pub is the place to sit outside and enjoy a delicious lunch or your favorite beverage on our large deck that overlooks the course. If you're planning your wedding reception or any other event, the clubhouse at Kebo Valley offers great food, excellent service, and some of the best views in Bar Harbor, all at a very reasonable price. With our large air-conditioned dining room and additional patio and deck space, Kebo Valley Club can accommodate groups of up to 150 people for a variety of activities. We have a complete commercial kitchen on site, as well as a full-service bar and lounge. For more information, please call 207-288-3000. Kebo Valley Golf Club, the place you want to be.
Follow your spark. Be inspired. Be courageous. Our best days are ahead, and we're with you every step of the way. Dream first and explore Acadia, because you can.
Planning a hike? Riding the free Island Explorer expands your hiking possibilities by dropping you off at the start of your trail, picking you up at the end, then driving you back to your lodging or campground. Enjoy this free service featuring 6 connected routes in and around Acadia National Park, linking trailheads, carriage roads, popular landmarks with numerous hotels, inns, and campgrounds. Maps and schedules are available at most area lodgings and visitor centers. The free Island Explorer. We get you there and back.
There are few more inspiring places than Acadia National Park. When exploring Acadia, leave your car behind and enjoy the view from the Island Explorer. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions, traffic congestion, and enjoy Acadia.
Hi, I'm Jeff Dobbs, and I live right here on Mount Desert Island. And for almost 30 years, my friend Bing Miller and I have been making documentaries about Maine, and especially Acadia and Mount Desert Island. And one of the most important ingredients of these films are the aerial views, views that most people never get a chance to see. Join me now, and I'll show you a couple of ways that you and a friend can experience a bird's eye view of the coast of Maine and Acadia, and I guarantee you it'll be an experience that you'll never forget. This is a 1935 Waco, a biplane from yesteryear. Open cockpit with room for two, plus a pilot. It's a little cozy, but after all, that's part of the romance. So join us now for the ride of a lifetime. Below us is Thomas Bay, just off Mount Desert Narrows, the body of water that separates Mount Desert Island from the mainland. Below is Bar Island, and the sandbar from which Bar Harbor receives its name. Bar Harbor is the largest town on the island with an active fishing fleet. There are many beautiful hotels and inns, an abundance of great restaurants, and many unique shops to poke around in. Heading out over Acadia National Park, Eagle Lake is right down there below us and is easily accessible by the Acadia National Park carriage road system, which winds its way through the park for over 50 miles. Some Sound divides Mount Desert Island in half. It's the only fjord on the east coast of the United States. At the mouth of Some Sound is Northeast Harbor, Southwest Harbor, and the Cranberry Isles. They form what was once referred to as the Great Harbor. Fishing and small boat building are still very much part of life here. There is still a fair amount of tourism, but like Bernard and Bass Harbor, things are a lot quieter on this side of the island. That's why they call it the quiet side. Great Cranberry Island is the larger of the two Cranberry Islands. It is inhabited year-round and is reached by ferries from the mainland. Heading back to Mount Desert Island, Seal Harbor is fast approaching. It's the seasonal home to the Rockefeller family and more recently, Martha Stewart. Egg Rock Lighthouse marks the entrance to Frenchman's Bay and has been greeting the many vessels flying the coast of Maine for over 100 years. Offshore is one of the tallest lighthouses on the coast of Maine, Petite Manan. It is also a puffin and Arctic tern sanctuary. But we're going to be back at the airport in a couple minutes, so sit back and enjoy the rest of this beautiful ride and the spectacular view and the wind rushing by. Well, that was one heck of a ride, but we're not through yet. We're going to go up in a glider with Jeff and let you see what that one's all about. Okay, everybody, let's go for a glider ride. Jeff, show us what this baby can do.
All right, let's get you loaded.
All right. Before we can soar, we need a little help from Odie in the tow plane to get up over the center of Mount Desert Island at a few thousand feet. This will only take 10 or 15 minutes, so sit back and relax and enjoy the view. Now it's time for Jeff to set us free and soar like an eagle, with just the sound of the air rushing over the fuselage. Here we go. With all the twisting and turning, it's a little harder to keep your bearings in a glider, but that's definitely Acadia National Park below. And in between bank turns and loop-de-loops, the beauty of Acadia's lakes and mountains will take your breath away. Jeff, that was great. Thank you very much. And if you guys like those two rides we just took, check out the phone number and the website just below me on the screen.